Hello everyone, Nordic Beast here, and welcome back to the Shipyard. So today I'm actually in my fighter room. As you see, I started with a fighter, but it's these I would like to talk about first. So first off, I was going through my blueprints, and I happened to stumble upon one I'd found from the workshop. And it's this guy right here, the Haley, I think it was called? WKS Haley, which is by Sulfurul? I don't even know how to pronounce that. But anyway, it's a great design. It's definitely a really good getting around ship, and it looks like a motorcycle. Now I've been watching Sons of Anarchy lately. The wife and I both have been just binging on it. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, and I tried to rework it, I guess, to make it a little bit more utilitarian. You see, it's got a couple of cargo containers here, and I ended up putting a timer block in that I ended up not using on anything on this one, and I put the remote block up here, and then I was like, no, I need something more utilitarian. So I built this thing, which kind of looks more like one of those fucking getting around things for fat people, little scooter things that most of the world thinks all Americans have because we're fat, which is true. So the only thing I didn't like about this one, well, it was heavy. I don't like this thruster layout. It's more compact, and I don't have to, like in this design here, it's like one's up here, one's down here. It's just it's similar in that design, but not as bad. But I don't like it either. And so this one was good, but it was kind of, I don't know, stumpy looking and heavy, and yeah. Oh, and I put the little wheels on there just so it could land without actually having to use landing gear. Now, don't get me wrong, I like this one. It's very utilitarian, but I figured I'd go with a little bit better style. So I went with this one. Now, this was my first design of it, which I named the Z-Gub, or Zero Gravity Utility Bike, or Z-Gub for short. This one has its issues, though. It runs on a single reactor, which is under the seat there, and you can't access it without it already being powered. So when you build it, you could put uranium in, but if you don't get to it in time and it runs out of uranium, you can't get to the reactor. If you try to cut the ship to get to the reactor, it would probably explode in half. So this had its issues, and it only has a single thruster back here, and it's a little heavier than that first one down there, the Haley. So this one was good. It was in the right direction. And I kind of went with a similar layout to the Haley, but I don't know, more a style I'd like. I worked on it for quite a while. Put a light on it. It's got 2 cargo containers that are also conveyed in. It has a text panel with a timer block and programmable block, and using code. So this was a little bit more utilitarian. Actually had a purpose. You could use it for taking more supplies to some place instead of just flying around in your spacesuit. For example, you could put oxygen bottles in here if you didn't have room on you for whatever reason. Carry all the big stuff in your inventory, all the little stuff in the little cargo containers. So this was me trying to remedy the thrust problem. This one I was just trying to make it as fast as possible. I have a total of 4 thrusters on there. As you see, I took off all the timers and all that, and then added 4 reactors, which, well, here, you know what? I'll start with this one. Give you an idea of what we're doing here. Yeah, sorry that I should have started recording this earlier as the sun was out, but now the sun has moved behind the base. So as you see, it's not very fast. It's decent, but it's not going to win any speed contests. And of course, the utility one to the left there, it's 400 kilograms heavier. So yeah, this one's all right. But then let's get in the speedster here. Remote block. Here we go. Do I have? No, there's no lights on this one. But yeah, again, this one's still not quite in fighter territory, but it's actually pretty fast. And with the 4 reactors, I don't think this thing even goes in the red. Yeah, it doesn't overload at all. So, yeah, this one I'm designed purely for speed, which I've always talked about doing ring races. I think ring races with these little space bikes would just be amazing. I think this would be outstanding. So, alright. Now, eventually, I settled on something in the middle, which is this design. This will be the actual Z-Gub design. This one has 2 reactors, 2 cargo containers. Still has the light down here. Still has the panel, though the panel's not working right now. I gotta fix that. But it has 3 thrusters, and sometimes if you're going real fast, you spin it around, and those thrusters go full blast. It will go into overload, but just barely. So this one, I mean, it does well. It's almost 3,000 kilograms, so it is heavy, but with the extra thrust, you barely even notice it. I really like this. I might actually build this on the NID server. And in fact, this is something I would love to build for other people on the NID server if they'd ever want one, just so that everybody could have like their own getting around vehicle. It's a little bit more useful than, again, just flying around in your spacesuit. Especially in the central area where everybody seems to be building. This gives you a quick ride around. Or, you know, if you just want to be cool, like Sons of Anarchy, and, you know, have motorcycles and stuff, you know, there's that too. So, alright, actually I'll turn this on. So, lastly is the Arrowhead. I designed this because of this ship. This is the missile boat, which actually, let's... Oh, wrong button here. Look up its missile boat. No oxygen, no mods, oxygen support. Which this was made by Atarius. Atarius, thank you so much. This is awesome. Flies like crap, but the missile boat kind of flew like crap in the TIE Fighter, the game TIE Fighter. So it's a, you know, Star Wars trademark missile boat, like seen in the X-Wing game series and various other Star Wars, you know, publications. So this ship, the first time I had ever seen it that I can think of, because I don't think it was actually in the game X-Wing. I think it was in the game TIE Fighter, which was the sequel, where you play as an Imperial pilot. And I freaking loved this ship. I thought it was so cool, but it was more like their bomber. It was like the bomber version of the gunship. And I don't think you could fly it. And then in the later games, you could also, I think you could, because there was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which I don't think I ever got a chance to play. So, but I really liked the nose design, so I kind of rolled with it. And I was looking at some of my more minimalistic fighters, and that's kind of what I went with this. Only has a single thruster on either side, 2 in the front, 2 up, 2 down, and then originally it only had the large thruster, but then I added 2 small ones as well. Runs on a single battery. It drifts a bit, but it's only 12,000 kilograms, so this thing accelerates pretty well. It's not the fastest accelerating, and it doesn't corner the best, but it does have 4 Gatlings, as well as a rocket launcher. And so in total it only has 11 thrusters, which is less than half of what it's allowed to have, using the fighter rules. And it just, overall, it's pretty good, and I think it looks different than my other designs. You notice it's got the little, like, pinched waist there. I wanted a different look to it, that's all. I just wanted to add some detail to the fighter. I really worked to try to get it to look different, you know, just to give it a level of detail. I'm not really 100% happy with it, but I'm a lot happier than just straight lines. So, yeah. And if I ever get around to actually finishing like a scenario or anything like that, I may end up using this as like an enemy fighter. Like I said, there's the enemy AI mod out there, and you can use your own ships in it. And I was thinking about doing a scenario where you have to defend a transport as it's recharging at like a depot. This would make a good enemy fighter, I think, and it's really well balanced. You know, it's not the fastest, but it is quite maneuverable because of its low weight, and it has good firepower, decent grouping. Oh, hi, Mike. You're gonna have to wait, sir. So, yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with this ship. I really like it. So, that's pretty much been it for now. Lately, I've been recording with both Anubis and Sal. So, Anubis's video is already up. Sal's should be coming up soon. and hopefully I'll be doing some more in the NID server soon. I do want to either finish my Deep Space Outpost or scrap it and build somewhere else, just so I can have something that's further out, I guess, just for building. And don't forget, I still have like NID defense and all that I want to build. And actually, if any of you watched my video with Anubis, we did capture a very large exploration ship. Well, technically I did, but just watch a video and you'll see what I mean. And I will be refitting that soon enough. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please hit the subscribe button. If you liked the episode, hit the like button. And I will see you guys next time.